We got a chapter, we got One Piece out, and the thing about it is we actually had a decent color spread with the straw hats, jumped up a waterfall with a bunch of armadillos, look like Sancho actually from Pokemon, and that's kind of cool. We didn't actually get a cover page or cover story, so I'm leaning towards we're going to see Leo next in Dressrosa. The only useful information we may get out of that is the fact that maybe King Riku, Rebecca, and Viola are pretty much arrived at the Reverie. We know the Haki Island arc is pretty much extended, and it's kind of obvious after this chapter because of the delay. We're heading for Wano to the next 1 to 2 years, so it means more time to wrap up Haki Island arc efficiently, and we get more time hopefully with the Reverie. So I guess by mid 2018 we may end Haki Island even before then. So that being said, we start off and most of the chapters focus on primarily getting the wedding cake to the shore, or to the docks in this case, to Cocoa Island, where we know that's the rendezvous point for a lot of groups, the Straw Hats, the Fire Tent Pirates who we saw in this chapter. We saw the Straw Hats too, but we only got notice to Chopper and obviously Jinbei and Carrot, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute because that's going to be a wild. There's 3 main wild cards to take out of this chapter. The base for the cake is done. Obviously, they're going to wait for the icing to get ready so they can deliver it to Big Mom. That's wild card number 1. We don't know where Big Mom is right now. The last we saw, she was chasing Luffy. Luffy slipped into the mirror world to a prediction of Larfans because the fight between Katakuri and Luffy is not done. So that prediction stayed true. So that's number 1. Number 2 is we don't know we don't know where Daifuku is. I'm assuming he's going to be with Commander Smoothie. A lot of people thought Daifuku was going to fight Sanji. Sanji did get somewhat of a fight, but that was only because Chiffon literally got nailed by Lord Oven the moment he actually tried to get the cake to Big Mom. And they don't go after the pudding. They don't even recognize Sanji because he's having a mask on, obviously to cover his face. So they don't get caught. He goes after Chiffon because obviously she looks like Lola, and obviously she betrayed, obviously Big Mom by lying with Capone. But Chiffon actually gives a decent speech. Like she said, Big Mom never cared about me. Capone and the Five Time Pirates are really my only family. So in comes Pound to try and save the day, and before he gets nailed, Sanji comes in with a casual kick, and obviously gets him away from Pound. Doesn't knock him out, even though he had the white eyes at first, which is the same thing that happened with Bobbins before he got taken down by Capone. Ironically, Capone was the one that actually separated Capone, I should say, Oven away from Chiffon and Sanji. He's still in the game, and he's still actually pissed off if you notice his expression. So I don't know what's going to mean. Capone says, if you wait for me at the harbour at Cocoa Island, I'm going to take you on. So the deal was I won't lay hand on Chiffon until you get here, Capone, because in comes the Dendamushi. He decided to put it on loudspeaker. And by the way, the second time that Sanji's heard a conversation between the Big Mom pirates over the Dendamushi, so he's full aware what the plan is now. And we know the Straw Hats are coming into the harbour. They come into Cocoa Island. We know what the plan is. They got them surrounded. Capone isn't going anywhere. He says, I'm coming in to save Chiffon. So that's kind of cool. It says he gets a gunshot and shoots Oven right in the face, but if you notice, he's still around and kicking. Okay, wild card number 2. When we see Chopper and Carrot's pretty much talking, look, we're going to see a full moon tonight. This is the first time we've seen a full moon. So, we know from what we saw on Zoe, or what we didn't see on Zoe, but we did hear that Nekomushi and Inarashi, after they fought Jack, they said they have a trump card in their hands when the full moon is lit. So we don't know what the power up is. So this is going to give us a clear indication of what that is. If they give that needed spotlight to Carrot, she could put in some serious work and take out a lot of Big Mom fodder. So that's going to be kind of cool to see, and they're definitely going to do that because there's no point in Carrots having them saying that if it's not going to work. We also see Jinbei in that shot. We don't see Nami really, or Brooke. So Brooke's already put the work in before. Nami's put in some serious work with, so she's obviously going to put in the work as well as Jinbei. Then we go to Mirror, obviously, I guess to Chips Island, and then to Edop Island, where the dual conversations stated, and I guess they're coming into Katakuri over the Denman Mushi saying, "Oh, we spotted Luffy. He's been in and out of the Mirror World, so he knows he's in the Mirror World, and we knew this was going to happen because obviously, whereas while else is there for Luffy to run in and out of islands through the Mirror Worlds, obviously he's recollecting his haki so he can go up again, and this is confirmed now. Luffy says, I want to fight Katakuri because it triggers his flashback with Ray, which I'm glad they did this. It says even though you have trained your haki, that's still not going to be enough. The only way you can become stronger is fighting stronger opponents. Katakuri is a prime candidate, don't you think, to get Luffy to the next level? My question is this, and Luffy stated this too, I'm going to surpass Katakuri at his 1 billion bounty level. So he wants Katakuri at full power. And he also points out too, the longer this fight drags out, the more his observation haki will fail. That's kind of curious. Here's the thing too, because we know there's limitations in the haki, is that where Luffy's going to surpass Katakuri? Because he literally stated the same thing he said about Crocodile. He beat Crocodile. He says, I'm going to surpass you. He said the same thing about Katakuri. So that's the red flag in my opinion. And I stated this anyway, this fight needed to happen and Luffy needed to win this, because if he didn't, what chance would he have on Wano? Not just to fight Kaido, but to survive. So, and he's definitely going to get power up. I don't know if he's going to get new. It leans toward Luffy getting a new mode in Gear 4, but since he's just recovered his haki, I don't know. So all bets are off at this point. Luffy stated, I'm going to surpass Katakuri, and I can guarantee because this is coming directly from Oda, that's what's going to happen. It may be the reason why Whole Cake Island is a bit longer than a lot of people thought, is because of this. So there's no reason for Oda to conclude this if it's not going to take place. So Luffy wants to surpass Katakuri. He wants to fight Katakuri at his full. I think that's kind of like respect on the part of how strong Katakuri is. He knows by doing that he's going to get Luffy to that next level, possibly to stand the chance against Yonko. I don't know. So right now, this is my speculation. Either he's going to awaken a new mode in Gear 4, like I stated at the beginning, or he's going to further advance his observation haki because there's nothing else for him to advance unless he can get control of his Devil Fruit Awakening. That's a possibility, but I don't see how that's going to work against Katakuri at this point. So, can't wait to see what Luffy does. Can't wait to see what Carrot does, especially with the full moon in the air. So, that's definitely going to play a role because there's no point in, once again, Oda stating that if it's not going to happen. So, and obviously now with Sanji, Chiffon, and putting Lucky to get the cake over to Big Mom, that's the main wild card. We don't know what Big Mom is right now. She could appear at any time. Another wild card, and the biggest wild card in my opinion is going to be what happens with the Flint Smokes. We haven't seen them since. We know they took care of Big Mom Pirates. We know they're coming into town as well. What we don't know is what they're going to do and who they're going to strike. They could strike anyone because I think they're going to return a favor to Sanji, but like I said, I think we can get some decent rematches. Obviously, Smoothie versus Reiju is the main one because as helpful as Nami's been in this arc, she can't stand a chance against Smoothie unless the power boost we get from Carrot is strong enough to take on a Yonko Commander, which I doubt. But that's it from me. I really enjoyed this chapter. Short as it was, it felt very short because I guess just because it focused on primarily the Sanji pudding and chiffon, getting the wedding cake over to the shore. So it's been resolved. So I can't wait to see what happens next. Like this video if you did, appreciate that. Comment down below what you think is going to happen next with Luffy. Subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.